We're pretty happy with the compete level with the guys. It's the first game, so I think there's a few jitters, obviously, and some of the young guys, some of the 16-year-olds that are in their camp, or in this camp, it'd be their first junior A experience playing with guys that are 20. They've been playing in the league probably for 3-4 years, so that's out of the way. The coach Luke and I talked to the players, and we'd like to see a little bit more guys pushing it to jump out at us. At the same time, they didn't jump out in a bad way. So the level is pretty even right now with both teams, and a lot of players that deserve to be here. We just like to see it up another level.
Are you referring mainly, when you make that comment, to your veteran guys, looking for them to maybe take that jump? Because obviously some of the veterans are going to be relied upon that were rookies last year, they're second-year guys, and even more so for the guys that have been in the league for even longer than that. Or are you referring to the young guys that are, just like you say, getting their legs and their first taste here at junior A hockey?
I guess it can go a little bit both ways. We'd like some of the vets to jump up and take the reins. It's going to take a couple more days for them because they are just getting back and being put into the veteran kind of status now. A little bit different than jumping in as a rookie. But at the same time, for the rookies, because it's with such a large group of veterans coming back, if you want to be a rookie to play on this hockey team, you got to stand out from the other guys. And if you're just going to, go out there and do a good job, but so are the other 10 guys are doing a good job, someone needs to do a great job.
And in terms of one veteran guy that really seemed to stand out tonight, Evan Stack, obviously on Team Red there with 3 points. Obviously, he's a guy that you're looking at for a lot of offense. Did he bring what you guys expected tonight?
Yeah, he did. He played very well. I think the good thing with Evan there tonight was he played well in all three zones, and obviously on the score sheet it showed that he was good in the offensive end, and something you don't see in inter-squad games so much is what the guy does in his defensive end, but he was good there too.
And another guy that I noticed stood out for me, especially when it came to the veterans, Billy Marshall.
Yeah, for me, it's my first time to get to see these players really play, and we're exhibition. I'll get to see them play against even tougher opponents, but I like the way that Billy played. He carries that puck really well. He's got composure out there. He's got. I think we measured him the other day at 6'4", and for him to carry the puck the way he does and be able to handle the puck through traffic the way he does, he carries it around like he's 5'6". So. There's a lot of skill with that guy, and we hope Billy's going to have a great year for us and continue on through camp and lead us in the right direction.
With that intensity that you said that you're looking at from some of the guys, that it's hard to come by again on the second day of camp, but was the physicality there to the extent that you guys wanted?
No. Flat out no. That's something that Luke touched on with the guys, is that that's something that's going to separate players, and it's not. You don't need to be above and beyond dirty, but you do need to make an impact, saying that you can't take my ice away, or you can't hack my goal, or you can't do this, and a lot of things like that. Things that you would get when you're playing somebody 5 or 6 times in the regular season, that comes out. But to make a team, it needs to come out tomorrow.
And you guys sort of go to a different situation after practices this morning. You go to a 3-on-3 situation. What's the reasoning behind that tomorrow?
Just to see something a little different. It's all teams need to have a little bit of scoring, and you need to have, need to see where players can separate themselves. And we wanted to do that just one time during this camp, just to see who's got that skill set and what they could do with more ice. And then we'll get back on Wednesday to that's going to be the real test and the last test for some of these guys.
And so that's an opportunity, I guess, with a 3-on-3 to, look at doing some real creative stuff for the guys out there?
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of ice, and in 3-on-3 on that ice sheet. If the ice sheet's big or small, when you only have 6 guys on the ice, it's a lot different than 10. And we're looking to open it up for some guys, and at the same time, that gives a lot of players more confidence going into Wednesday that they can actually play a little bit more with the puck and have a little bit more time than just having the jitters like they did tonight.
And so what sort of test for the goaltenders is that going 3-on-3, knowing that they're looking at basically a 2-on-1 coming back every time?
Well, you're going to see a lot of post-to-post. Goalies are going to have to go side-to-side a lot. So we're going to see, what they can handle there. They're going to have to play the puck a lot in that kind of in a 3-on-3 game. And it's, that's also going to separate, the good from the not so good.
And going into Wednesday's game on your last intra-squad, like you say, the last chance for some guys to make an impression. If you were to give a message, and if they were listening right now, what would that be? Would it be to ramp up the intensity?
Never stop working. Work as hard as you can.
All right, Joe, thanks for this.